Hi, I'm Monica Arnold for REV. Tonight we're going to visit the Santa Maria Gators and the East Ascension Spartans. You're going to hear from students, staff, and principals. Plus, we'll find out how both coaches are prepping for the big game. Get ready. It's time for the REV Tailgate Show right now. Let's begin at East Ascension High School, where we put together a few feature stories of student groups and organizations outside of football. Check it out.
On the color guard, we feel our role is to basically give an additional aspect to the band, like make them look better, or the visual. So we have to look good. We have to be in time, be in sync. We just have to match the energy of the band.
Being in color guard takes a lot of hard work, making sure like you are going home and practicing, having attention at practices, being able to take accountability to when it comes to certain situations. I feel like an enjoyment rush, honestly. Like I just feel like it's fun being able to go and perform for people and knowing like that's me. Like being able to say like that's me, I did that. Like that's what makes me feel happy, like doing it.
On your first season of color guard, you're going to start off on flag. After one season, the following season you could try out for rifle, you can make rifle, and then the following season, that's when you try out for saber. So it's a build-up. You have to really stick to it to earn that spot.
I conduct and keep time so that everybody's in the same place at the same time. You know, everybody knows where they need to be and when they need to be there. Our whole show is based Metallica themed. Not many people nowadays are always listening to Metallica, so it was really fun to teach everybody this style of music.
And they see how excited I get, and then they in turn get excited, and then we go outside, and everyone's excited together, and it's just one level of excitement after another. And then once we have an idea of what's going to happen sonically, we talk with our drill writer what we're going to have visually, along with our color guard instructors, what it's going to look like visually as well. And they know what their spots are from set to set, and we just move in a straight line from one thing to another. And what the audience sees are the formations morphing from one thing to another.
I just really love the environment. You know, there's no mean soul in band. Everybody's nice, everybody's welcoming. It's always a fun place to be.
EATV, we have a news channel and a YouTube channel. We post daily news for the school, daily announcements. Usually when we get into class, we start talking about ideas, the whole class. We write it down, and then we figure out a way to do it.
Being behind the camera, you see like a lot of random things that would happen like that you wouldn't see off camera. It's just fun to see everything come together as like one. I'm really excited to be part of this community and a part of the EATV. It's exciting for me because it's like I'm able to get out that female wrestling is real and that we're actually here.
We knew other schools were doing something like what we wanted to do, and it was just a dream and it was a vision. Last year, we won a Reach a Kid, Teach a Kid grant, and that $500 seed money was huge for us. It allowed us to get started, buy a few things that we needed to get off the ground, and we were able last spring to start live streaming some sports.
Media is everywhere, no matter what field you go into, so I think that this class can give you an outlook into that for the rest of your life.
Like itself for EATV, like we play a big part of this rival game because it's like we're able to show like decorations and stuff that we're gonna have coming up.
Camo background to get the students in the right mind for the game. We have toilet paper in our background. We're gonna be cooking gator. We're gonna be doing all types of fun stuff for the week.
And what we really want more than anything else is for them to create ideas and then see those ideas to fruition. That's what matters the most to us.
This is fun for me. Like I like doing this.
I would like to do everything for the school, like everything I can to make people enjoy the school. I want to do that.
You know, for me, it's very fulfilling to know that something that I thought would be in demand, it really is.
I would describe the Spartan cheerleading group as a family. Like, once we start the team, it's kind of like everybody's in their little group, but over the months, we start to bond and form a connection with each other that's really unbreakable.
Of course, every time we do a cheer, a stunt, a tumbling, a routine, we always want to hit it and be perfect. at practice, we look, it always is going to be a struggle. So we have to build up to that. So being perfect definitely is the goal. And there's always going to be mess ups coming from that. So practices are hard. They're exhausting. But at the end of the day, all that exhaustion, we're able to build it up to be perfect at our competitions, pep rallies, our games.
I'm not the most outgoing person to be named as a captain. So put in this job, it's really let me expand my horizons and get to know everybody on a different level.
As a flyer, whenever I'm in the air and up, it definitely is a confidence boost, especially whenever you hit a stunt, because you're able to just, give the whole crowd a smile, a go Spartan, and then you cleanly come down, and you always get a breeze whenever you're up there. So then every time I'm going up, I get that breeze, and then I get very locked in, and it just feels great. This rivalry is definitely the most die-hard tradition I know. We take it very seriously.
It's really intense. I've never seen two schools that are so passionate about each other, and the school spirit is out of this world. I'm just hoping that I can keep the crowd involved and pumped up throughout the game, keep cheering on our boys so that they could do well and go out there and play their best.
So in digital graphics, we make and design all the clothes. We print the designs, we heat press, things like that. Actually, in my personal life, I actually make clothes, so it was just a class that I knew I would be interested in.
I teach Photoshop, Illustrator, InDesign, and one of the big questions that the students always have for me is, why am I having to learn this? And so this allows them to put it into practice. Our goal is for us to design for others, not just our school. We're doing spirit wear, that's where we're starting, but we would like to get outside organizations or companies to come in and say, hey, can you design a shirt for us? Can you design a coaster for us? Can you design, flyer, whatever it is. It allows them to deal with customers. It allows them to have real world experiences, real life experiences.
So the steps is always to find some type of inspiration, whether it's on Google, Pinterest, anything like that. Try to find some inspiration and not necessarily copy what they're going for, but just try to add my spin to it. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Technology nowadays is crazy. We can do a bunch of stuff quickly now, so it makes it convenient.
Teachers, we find money wherever we can. And so when this grant came up, it was so awesome that REV offered it, first of all. It shows us that they took some ownership in our school system and allowed us to take that monies and do with it however we needed it for our classroom and for us for the Armory. And we are so grateful to have it and to be able to use it to grow our experience, grow our business, and teach these kids, we have to work for stuff.
It all starts with the sponsors, how they feel at practice towards us is how the captains respond, and how we respond is how the girls are going to respond. So it definitely starts with them, and them being a cohesive unit themselves and being very close within themselves definitely affects the captains, and that affects the team.
Dance is actually my passion, and just being with this group of people, this team, this family, it's just really very warm.
I genuinely do not know what I would do without my teammates and the organization that I'm a part of. I hold myself to a higher standard every day because I'm so grateful to be a part of this team.
We practice so much that muscle memory becomes a thing. You don't even think about where your arm is going or where your head is going. It's all just natural because we drill it so much. We make most of the dances. We get together at one of our captains' houses and make memories, make the dance, have lots of laughs, and it's just overall a good time. And then we teach it to the team afterwards.
We have this year is our first year that we started a competition team. We have state in January and nationals are in March. We have had a rivalry since Sanimal since the 1966, and ever since Sanimal has been built. It's a really big thing because we were both built around the same time. We both live in the same parish, so we've always just been the Spartans and the Gators, and we've been head to head every year.
Yeah, the rivalry is serious, but it's all about having fun. It really does bring the community closer rather than tear us apart, even though we are rivalries.
Sisterhood is one of the biggest parts of Spartanettes, I feel like. We have hundreds of people who have been parts of our team. We get to see these women that came and actually danced with us that are alumni of our team. We are just part of something so much bigger that we might not even realize at the time, but it's truly amazing to just be able to be a part of this.
It's a military-based program that brings a lot of people together.
ROTC program for EA is combined with the ROTC program at Sanimal. And that kind of brings us together as like just one big family, no matter which school you go to.
So if one person hears something, it's best if we pass it on to the other peers. And chain of command, that's the most important things about this team. And the reason why it is important, because you're supposed to know who we're talking about, who runs it.
We do cool things like we do physical training on like Tuesdays and Thursdays. Sometimes it's harsh, sometimes it's pretty fun. We also do like drill teams and color guard along with like academic teams and stuff like that.
The color guard is a very fun thing to do, whether you're either a rifleman or a flag, because there's not a lot to it. It's very simple and a very easy team to start off with and getting on any other teams like drill. The biggest thing would be dedication, and we like to provide that information with our 3 core values: honor, courage, and commitment.
I am very confident to be in this position. I enjoy showing what a good example is to other people, so that later on when they look up to me, they're like, hey, it was Cadet Huang who showed me how to become this, and they will feel more confident and more comfortable with who they are as a person.
Even though this week is Gator Week, we may be friends, but we do still have our rivalry, and so it does get pretty competitive throughout the week leading up to the EA Sanimal game.
The Spartan spirit is going strong. Let's hear from one of EA's biggest cheerleaders, Miss Jamie Andrews.
I think right now we have around 390 seniors, and we have about 80 of them are called Yell Leaders. And when they take that oath, they take an oath that they will build the traditions of our campus, keep them going, and never be an embarrassment to the name of EA. Being a Spartan is being someone who is driven, someone who feels that education is important to open doors for them in the future. And so we try to reiterate that every day with our mantra, which is to work hard, to be there, and to have fun. This year we have a really special group of kids. Several of them just couldn't wait to get on what we call the podium, which is leading chants and stuff. And I think what the Yell Leaders are the kids on this campus who take ownership of it. It's their school, and they're gonna make their mark. This year's group came up with a new chant, and it's just become a part of the fiber of being an EA Spartan right now. And they are so excited that when they're adults and they're sending their kids to EA, that they'll hear that chant and know that it was them that initiated it. So we're excited about that. And so I tip my hat to the class of 24 for being true Spartans and true owners of EA.
Ahead of this week's exciting matchup, our very own Megan Mercer caught up with the East Ascension principal, Miss Lauren Avery. Take a look.
Thanks, Monica. So, Miss Avery, tell me how the school year's going so far.
It's actually been a really great school year. We have had obviously a ton of construction that's gone on campus, which has changed the logistics of the entire campus. It has impacted every student, every teacher, every member of campus. But we have had just a very forgiving group of people that have worked with us through all the logistics, and it's been really good.
Awesome. So, any new initiatives or exciting things planned for the school year?
I think we always have new and interesting things that are going on. The thing that I'm most proud of this year is we have a really great group of senior leaders that have kind of stepped up. This Yell Leader group has taken on more than just being in charge of the too much, blue crew at football games, but they have really taken on some leadership activities on campus. And it's grown from a rather small group to, almost 100 people. So that's fantastic because their impact on campus can just be felt throughout all.
Yeah, that's awesome. So let's transition to the big rival game.
Yeah.
It's here this year. So
It is.
tell me some exciting things you'll have for the week.
Well, it is definitely an exciting week. We start off on Wednesday. We have a bunch of games that are taking place at lunch. They call them the Gator Hater Games, and it's just a bunch of tailgate games that happen, and kids love it. It's really fun. And then on Thursday, we are doing our pregame event, which is basically just a big field day out there for all of our community, their families, children. It's a really great event. Then we come back here and we hide gators until very late at night so that we can begin the gator hunt at about 5 o'clock in the morning. So on Friday morning, there will be hundreds of students on campus at about 5 o'clock. all in camo, searching for gators, in which they can come in and redeem them for money. So yeah, it's exciting. Yeah, and then we have a pep rally. So those are always great.
That's so fun. So last question, any score prediction? Who's gonna win the big game?
So, I mean, it's pretty tied up, for over the years. We've had, it's probably my favorite thing about this game is that it doesn't really matter who is, more talented, what their records are. It really is about the emotions of the game. So, I mean, we go into every game believing we're going to win it. So that's what I'm saying. Go Spartans. But that's what makes this game so exciting for the whole community is that you never quite know, regardless of what's going to happen, who's going to win that game. So it makes it fun for the whole community.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for being here. And just a reminder, you can watch the game of the week on Friday starting at 6:50 right here on REV. We'll be right back with the REV Tailgate Show.
Lamar Dixon's role from an entertainment standpoint is to be an economic engine for South Louisiana and Ascension Parish, to create an environment that people don't have to really leave their home in South Louisiana to have a world-class entertainment value. The partnership between Lamar and REV has been a seamless marriage that I don't know how we lived without, and really knew what they were talking about and took the time to learn what we did instead of just sell us a product. I knew that that was going to be our company for life. I highly recommend REV Business.
Welcome back. We recently talked with Dr. Edith Walker, the new superintendent of Ascension Parish Schools. Check it out.
So let me start with this. Ascension is such a great school district. So I don't think that there's a lot of new things that we have to layer in, but it is important that we expand the things that we are doing. So for example, literacy. We know right now our K-3 students, we have about 70% who are on target on their reading level. So we have 30% of those students that we really need to work with to make sure that they are successful moving forward. Our teachers have been trained in the science of reading. They are energized and they are ready to make sure that all of our students are on target. Another great thing that I think happens in Ascension Parish is there is a great relationship between our business industry and our school system. So one of the things that we're going to do moving forward is we want to challenge our small and large businesses to really give back not to our school system, but to our students in way of scholarships. So we are trying to increase the number of scholarships that our students are earning so that they can fulfill the dreams of their choice when they walk out of our school system. But what I realize more often when I'm in schools is the work of our teachers. We have fantastic teachers in Ascension Parish. They work hard to meet those individual needs of our students. Right now, we're about 86% certified teachers. And in some districts, that's unheard of. And so people come to us, teachers come to us because of the support that we offer to them. But I'm telling you, we are successful because of their work. Now, let's talk about everybody else who kind of helps with that, right? So our bus drivers and our cafeteria workers and our maintenance workers, all of those people kind of work to make sure that our teachers have great products. And our community members, they support us so much. They are here for open houses. They are here when we need them for their kids. So all of those efforts play into being #1 in the state. It is not just one thing that makes that happen. It's many things that make that happen. So I was an assistant principal at Santa Ma for 3 years. And so prior to COVID, there was something called the EA Santa Ma Shout Out. And when I tell you all of the kids, all of the community showed up for something that was so meaningful to them. So now we have a lot of pep rallies, we have a lot of community members, you'll see the Gator Hunt, you will see kids go after the mascots to try to capture them, and then of course release them when the game is over. But it is all of that friendly rivalry, that wholesome rivalry between these two schools that make this game so meaningful.
We're going to get to football in just a minute, but first, let's go to Amant High School to check out how students are embracing Gator Nation.
School, we have 2 cheer squads. We have Black Squad and Gold Squad. Black is competition, so they cheer at Friday night football and they compete in February. We have Gold Squad, which I'm on, and we cheer at Friday night football and we cheer at basketball games. Being captain is very nerve-wracking at times because it's on you, you call the cheers, you have to make sure they're on task. But at other times it's really fun because you're in a leadership position, you have all the weight on your shoulders, it just helps set you up for success.
I am involved in the Black Squad at Amant High School. We compete at multiple competitions throughout the year to get prepared for nationals in February. So it's pretty intense all year. Our bodies get tired from stunning and doing everything that we do.
The friendships I've made are very strong, and they just people that we're with all the time, so you become very close to them and they're like your people. So we practice 2 days a week, and so we practice cheers and band dances and come up with what we're going to do at the games to help keep everyone involved. And then I normally said we have to send out uniforms and times and stuff just to make sure everyone's on the same page. Friday night, cheering on the football team has been so much fun because you are watching the football game, like you're a part of the game. It's just a different kind of feeling.
In Sandoval, football means everything to the community because it's a time when everyone comes together and to support their school, their football team, everything, and it's really fun.
With everyone kind of surrounding you, because you get a sense of like the student section and how excited they are, and then you also get the parents who are just excited to be there watching their kids or just anyone really, and then you have like band who's like getting really excited playing music, and it's just really loud. And the loudness is like really fun.
So JAG is Jobs for America's Graduates. It's about supporting students and trying to get them the knowledge and different information that they're going to need into the workforce, getting them ready for life and whatever that looks like for them.
It's been very beneficial to me, my peers, and it's just taught me a lot of life skills that you'll need.
So for me, I want to be a physical therapist or athletic trainer after I found that out during JAG when Acadian Ambulance came.
Before JAG, I was more in a shell, I guess I would say, but after JAG, it helped me gain friends and open up more.
For community service, it's an aspect of our class. We like to get them involved and see what they can do to help provide different things for our community and our school community. Another aspect of JAG is work-based learning. It's a huge aspect to JAG just because it is Jobs for America's Graduates. So we're trying to get those students hands-on training as much as possible.
By me and my peers having to say so in the team building activities that we do, it helps us gain leadership skills and boost our communication skills that we'll then take and apply to our career or just in the future.
Ms. Guidry, she really pushes us to do our best without really being too pushy like parents.
I'm stern yet compassionate with my students, and I really push them to do what they can do, not just what they can get by doing.
Personally, I love being drum major. It's like the sense of, I guess, responsibility and drive that you have and like influence on other people. And I love like just being able to push people to be the best version of themselves they could be, and it's really rewarding. So in class, like during the day, that's where we practice our music. And for me, music is like the most important part of the show because the show could look great, that's cool, but it's how it sounds, like that's really important.
We basically just keep morale up is what I would say our main job is. One of the main things is just being able to watch people and analyze. There's so many different kinds of people in band. Anyone from freshmen to sophomores to juniors and seniors, you see like how different these people are.
It's fun. I love having fun with the band. I love dancing. I love starting the music off. It's fun for all of us. We really enjoy connecting with so many different people on so many different levels.
Yeah, one of the most difficult things we do is we call it simultaneous responsibilities, kind of in the marching arts, and that is putting the music together at a high level and putting the marching and the visual aspect together at such a high level. It's a slow process at first. It's quite challenging, and the drill we do and the marching we do is at such a high level that it's really impressive that they can do what we ask them to do.
Family atmosphere is very strong. Like, I made some of my best friends and I would not trade them for the world. Like, I've been through thick and thin with them, every experience, good and bad.
The best part of being in band is that we build a connection beyond the notes that we play.
The more you get to know people and like how they roll, it gets a lot easier and you grow friendships. I mean, I love talking to everyone. Everyone's so different.
So I joined JRDC for leadership training and just to get out and talk to people and just be a better person than how I originally joined. When I first joined, like I was nervous as everything, but once you start to get to know the people, like you could have full conversations. Like everybody that I'm in ROTC with, best friends.
JROTC helped me build character and really learn to project myself instead of just kind of hiding. And it feels good, but ROTC mainly helped me find what I wanted to do in life. So I actually got a letter from West Point, and I got a full scholarship, and I would get a monthly stipend too.
I think just really, although it is very military focused, we're certainly not trying to push anyone towards the military. I think the biggest takeaway from this class is understanding your potential. One of the things I did not understand before I joined ROTC is the correlation between practice and discipline and achieving goals that you want to reach.
The next step for me is that I want to be a aviation machinist mate in the United States Navy. I've already talked to recruiters, everything, so that's a step up, and ROTC has definitely helped.
I enjoyed like the uniformity and the family it builds, and just having that feeling of belonging in some kind of place. Students here are very pleased with just the type of people who join the program. It's a volunteer program, so they want to be there. They enjoy the discipline, they enjoy being challenged.
So it takes a lot of hard work and discipline to become a Gatorette. You are preparing for the whole entire year up to February for our nationals routine, and you have to make sure you're on time for everything. You have to make sure you're not messing up because there will be consequences. You have to make sure you're carrying your weight on the team so that the whole team together is the best that it could be.
What I enjoy most of the Gatorettes is performing and just feeling like a sense of accomplishment after competitions or after football season, just knowing like that I'm having fun.
I feel amazing when I'm performing. It's so fun watching the crowd as you're dancing and watching them get up and cheer and everything and woo woo. It's just a great feeling inside because you know that you're doing something amazing.
It's just a big responsibility. Like the girls on the team look up to you and they look to you to know what to do and where to lead them. I enjoy all the friendships that I've made and being able to dance and have fun with people that I enjoy being around.
I'm very passionate about this team because I've always looked up to the Gatorettes and I've always wanted to be a part of it, and just knowing that I'm a leader of this team and that I can contribute so much to it, it just makes me feel happy because I love the Gatorettes.
I think this year we're gonna have 3 competition dances, maybe 2, and those are longer practices rather than football season. But it's definitely a fun opportunity and it creates so many memories throughout the year.
And sometimes at competition while we're on the floor, we'll talk to each other. And that's probably the only time I think. I don't really think until I've hit that last pose and I realize that I just performed.
I think the Gators is the best dance team because the technique is always there. We're always confident, and we are a strong group of girls who can do anything.
Megan Mercer caught up with Santa Ma's new principal, Miss Christina Carter. Here it is.
Thanks, Monica. So, Miss Carter, how's the school year going this year?
Everything is going great. We are really excited. We had a great opening, and now we are just cheering on the Gators during football season, but everything's going great so far.
Awesome. So this is your first year as principal of
Yes.
Santa Ma High School. Any new initiatives or exciting things you have planned for the school year?
We are really just focusing on giving our students experiences that they can use here and mainly after they leave us. So that is just a big push with our students, with our staff. We just want to make sure they have positive experiences here while they're with us.
Awesome. So let's talk about the big game against EA. What do you guys have planned to get your student body ready for the big game?
Well, EA is a huge rivalry in itself. You don't really need to pump up anybody for that. But we are having our Powder Puff game before the pep rally. We're going to have a pep rally this evening just to hype everyone up so they come out and support the Gators on Friday.
Awesome. And last question, fun question. Who's going to win the big game? Do you have a score prediction?
Oh, the Gators are absolutely winning. I am going to predict 28-21.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Ms. Carter, for your time today. Just as a reminder, you can watch the big game on REV YouTube Sports starting at 6:50 on Friday night. We'll be back.
REV Business started small in 1935. We built our reputation by providing hometown service with Louisiana hustle. For nearly 90 years, we've expanded across our great state, through the swamps and across the Mississippi, bringing fiber optics from the capital to the North Shore, all to connect your business with the world. REV is about big business technology with small business personal service. For a limited time, get up to $300 off business services. Call or visit us today at letsrev.biz.
And of course, the reason we're all here, the rivalry game. Let's hear from the coaches and a few of the players.
Off-season was tremendous. We got 26 seniors, which is a little bit of a smaller class for us, but they're extremely tight. They're a well-knit group. They do a lot of stuff together. They genuinely care for each other, and our seniors are kind of leading the way this fall. We're playing good in all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams. And, it's mostly those seniors, but we have a lot of good role players that, which is the difference between, good teams and potentially great teams, is guys understanding their role and accepting those roles and fulfilling them to the best of their ability.
It's really good group of guys. We get along well and stuff, and I feel like we do things the right way. I'm excited for the rivalry game because I feel like we're a much better team this year, and we're going to show what we're capable of, and it's going to be a much different story from last year.
Forever going through a tough time like last game, we were down, but this group of seniors definitely helped us step back up in that game, and they helped us come back and win.
Well, we don't have to tell them much this week because they think about this one all year. But, our big thing is it's not who we play, it's how we play, so we can focus on what we do and control those kind of things. We can't control what the Spartans do.
It's a fun rivalry, man. I think I said it last year, is as close as some of these guys will get to playing college ball because, at the end of the day, all seniors don't go to college and play ball. So, the atmosphere, the camaraderie with your teammates, your brothers, that'll be the last time for some of these seniors to go to war with these guys. And, just playing on that field and hearing the beat EA and all that, back and forth, rolling toilet paper, the rolling of the trees in the houses. It's a fun time of the year, but as a coach, you kind of look at it like, I think, players need to stay out of some of that, You want to stay focused because at the end of the day, you want to win that game.
We're just, no matter circumstance, we're just going to work, keep our heads up, just be the best we can be, and if through adversity, we're going to, just fight through it at the end of the day.
We enjoy the high school experience of, it's our rival, but we don't really get caught up in it. We don't participate in all the shenanigans. We just focus on our job, and our job is winning Friday night.
We want to wish both teams good luck tonight. To all our customers, thank you for allowing REV to be your communications provider. We are Louisiana grown, REV proud. That's it for tonight. See you next time on the REV Tailgate Show.